Off play action. Herbert. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On second down, here's Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy. Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. The breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The throw taken in by Hamilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Crowell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cameron Brate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there. And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Broncos will take over on downs. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We have hit halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Throwing on second and long. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Muscles him off. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. He's got his tight end Fant. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he...
What's up?
To do, but this
currently tied with your favorite team. Yep.
And they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. You pick up a holding call.
After the penalty, it's Corral.
It's not mine. That's Tessa's video.
He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Then they got me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, wow.
Inside the 20. Well, that's how you convert on
He's
3rd
not
down with an explosive gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play in football.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Right, Adrian.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. They'll go again with Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field.
I can't hear y'all.
Their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill.
Why are you talking about your guys' selves like that?
On EA Sports. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Herbert.
That shit always gets me too, AJ. He's like, what?
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Herbert, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Catch up with me passing. John.
And New York set to take the field.
I'm
and for them to
struggling to
touchdown
win
their last
this.
go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. And quickly, they get to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Is it freeze? No. I haven't done that for
a long time.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Thomas is up there.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Very cheesy.
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's the Denver
act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Herbert, screen pass to Lindsey. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He's back to throw.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. They'll find Lindsey here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Giants, they wind up winning that one. Dak Prescott, he was on fire. 5 touchdown passes. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Actually, yeah.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good for 56 yards out. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
2019.
This fielded at the 2.
He has a bad hard,
and a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Another run by Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
My boy! Woo!
Nice. Surprised you got that off.
I know. They had Reggie White chasing me. That's why. He's still
Yeah.
And here we go on 4th.
Why did the corner break off?
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit, cuz.
You lost?
Yeah. Can't even be mad about it. Cannot even be mad about it.
Feel sorry for you, man.
Don't wake up Brian, have him play his fucking game.
Yeah, for real.
How the fuck am I gonna wake up Brian? Slap yourself.